Hello chums, how you doing? Robert Ross here in Comedy Cottage again for this Wednesday film. Lovely day out there again today, so before we did this I'm having a nice mug of coffee in the garden, which is lovely, and I'll be out there again later. Doing work today, lots of stuff to do today. Anyway, first of all, it was an absolute delight to chat to so many of you last night during the second of our book club. A second look at my firstborn, the Carry On Companion. Those hours whiz by. I have a great time, and Gemma's so good at interviewing me. She knows the right questions to ask and the right questions to pull out of the long list that are flowing by from all you lovely people who watch along. Again, we broke the internet. We are the sort of the Kardashians of Carry On, aren't we? We broke the internet right at the very end. So my sister says I was in full flow about a question about will the Carry-Ons be popular for years to come? And my answer is, and always will be, yes, of course they are, because we're still talking about them and they're still brilliant. And I think I was mentioning something I do in my solo show, which I will be touring again once the crisis lifts. I do a solo show, or several solo shows, one dedicated to the Carry-Ons called What a Carry-On, and I tour that around various regional venues, which I love doing. But I make the point in that although some of the Carry-On comedy is a bit xenophobic and homophobic and sexist, unlike stuff like Benny Hill or Dick Henry or Love Thy Neighbour or Mind Your Language, the TV bosses still put the Carry-Ons on. They get under the wire somehow because they have this magic about them, so they always will be, so they'll always carry on. But thanks for your attention last night, I loved it. We are doing another one by popular demand next Tuesday, and this one will be about this book, Steptoe & Son, which I was very, very proud and honoured to do for the BBC. And I got to work with my two absolute heroes of comedy writing, Ray Galton and Alan Simpson. So I'll be chatting about that next Tuesday from 7 o'clock till 8 o'clock. Okay, so tomorrow's pick for Talking Pictures TV is one of my April Fools, Alec Guinness, in his very last comedy for Ealing Studios called Barnacle Bill. And that's at 9:20 tomorrow morning. It was called All at Sea in America, but it's the same film. It's a lovely, light, quaint little comedy. It's gorgeous, and Alec Guinness is again playing loads of different characters, but mainly this captain who resides on the end of this pier, and it's beautiful. And the talisman of British film, Sam Kidd, is in there, so all is right with the world. You'll spot him as a frogman. But that's 9:20 tomorrow on Talking Pictures TV. Now, today, is April the 15th, and a lot of people, a lot of comedy aficionados say it's the day that laughter died, and it's interesting because three legends of British comedy passed away on this date. April the 15th, 1982, Arthur Lowe died, but you know, laughter never goes, because Arthur Lowe, particularly in his persona of Captain Mainwaring from Dad's Army, there's a lovely little sort of bit of fan art going around with Arthur Lowe in character saying, "Stupid boy, it's not only coughs and sneezes spread diseases, stay at home and wash your hands." So they're using his image to tell the nation to stay at home during this coronavirus crisis. So he's still getting laughs. Of course, every time they show Dad's Army on TV, it gets millions of viewers who almost chant along to the dialogue. They know it so well, but they love it so much. And April the 15th, 1984, Tommy Cooper died. Now, Tommy Cooper, switch of a DVD button, he has me in hysterics. He will never ever die, Tommy Cooper. If you go to Cairo, you can buy one of these, just like that. And apparently, every time a British tourist picks up one of those, they do a really bad Tommy Cooper impersonation. I need my good friend John Hewer, who is the best Tommy Cooper in the business. But Tommy Cooper died this day in 1984, still makes me laugh more than almost anybody else. Finally, on April the 15th, 1988, Kenneth Williams passed away, of course. And because Jen was persuading me at gunpoint to re-watch all the Carry-Ons in order again during this crisis, which I'm absolutely loving, by the way. I've not watched them for fun for many a year. We watched Carry On Nurse straight after doing the book club last night. And Kenneth Williams is so poignant and beautiful and understated in that film. He pulls a few funny faces, but it's a lovely performance. But Kenneth Williams, as much as he had mixed views about the Carry-Ons, and he's beloved in those films, and you can, again, just put on a DVD and he makes you feel happy, he makes you feel better. So it's all about comedy. These guys will never vanish, they will always be with us. And Gemma brilliantly has done this wonderful little trailer for this YouTube channel. You can see it at the top of the page. And she's got this great slogan called, it says, this year, comedy is the answer. So I'm not quite sure what the question is, but I love that. So comedy is the answer. So please keep watching comedy, keep well, and I'll see you next time. All the best.